Wait a minute, where's the sun? Hey, what's up you guys? That was yesterday's sunrise that I forgot to put in the video. I tell you what happened. When I was editing the first part of the video yesterday, I was in the tractor with the centipede mower, but I didn't have my other GoPro that had the sunrise on it. So I never got the chance to strip it off during the time of editing the first half of that video. And then we got busy with the pickers, and so I absolutely forgot to strip it off of the other GoPro and add it in the video. So that's why in a comment under yesterday's video, I was like, I'm gonna add it in today's video. But guess what? I'm doing it again today, and it's gonna be a little longer, so maybe it'll be a better sunrise. But anyway, as you saw, it's only 39 degrees this morning. So that's not much of a difference from yesterday. Somebody out hunting this morning with their dogs? Anyway, the frost wasn't quite as heavy as you saw when I first started writing on the window. The side window wasn't frosted as hard as the front windshield. But anyway, it's supposed to reach like 71 degrees later on today. So it's gonna warm up. Let's see here. Man, there's a lot of, I don't know if those are dog prints or deer print out here. This is bare field, like I was saying, and I'm just gonna glaze over the two pickers, being that we didn't pick much yesterday. Make sure everything is still intact, and I'll check back in. All right, you guys, it's 8 o'clock. I had to tighten up one chain and a belt on the 6-row picker and grease up, and on the 4-row picker I had to tighten up the big chain. The sun is shining on this side of the field, but not over here. The trees are shading out the sun, and there's actually still some frost on the bushes. So they're gonna have to thaw out and then dry. So it'll be a little while before we can get started. I don't know if you heard the chainsaw in the background, but I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, I told you guys that there were some older fellas that was doing some logging, just 2 of them. One of them in his 70s, the other in his 80s. And I believe they moved on this road to start cutting trees. But it's funny because I told you how Dan said that OSHA had made them buy a fella buncher because they had been using chainsaws to cut trees for the longest, and that was sort of dangerous. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, all I heard this morning is a chainsaw and the skidder. I tell you what, I bet you those men are strong as oxes. Wow, I'm gonna ride up the road and see if I can see them. But yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty amazing, actually, for them to be that old. It's just the 2 of them. They got all the logging equipment, but I think they choose to use the chainsaw instead of the fella buncher. And that's, hey, you got to have a strong back and some strong arms to run a chainsaw, especially if you cutting big trees, man. Them little trees that we be cutting ain't nothing, and that little saw of mine, I can feel it in my lower back. So hey, I wouldn't want to grab one of them men. Wow. Anyway, let's ride up the road right quick since I got some time before I head back to the shop. Oh yeah. They are right over here. Okay, see, they got their whole outfit there. There's the fella buncher over there and the skidder in the woods. So they right by us. Man, I tell you, look at them running that loader. Okay then, I don't know if we'll make it to this field today. But anyway, they over here working. It done got foggy this way, you guys. I guess we gonna see what the GoPro captured as far as the sunrise and the fog. Alright you guys, gotta get the big boy sprayer pulled out so that we can park the digger here. And the big boy sprayer is gonna have to be washed, so we're gonna have to hook it up after we unhook from the digger. Easy does it. deal, good deal. That way we can get hooked to it after we park the digger under the shed over there. All right, while this is loading, let's take a peep at the sunrise. Pretty cool, huh? We did get to see the fog move in, and then when Dan had pulled up, because I was walking to get the GoPro off of my car, I said, yeah, Dan, that was a perfect outro for the sunrise. And when he pulled up right in front of the GoPro. Anyway, we're gonna go get on hook from this digger and hook up to the sprayer. Like I said earlier, we need to get the sprayer washed, not today. Okay. Got it unhooked. That wasn't as easy as you think. I left out 99.9% of the work. You just see me pull off. Now we're gonna hook up to the big boy sprayer. Let's see if that's gonna... Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. That's it. I'm not hooking up any hoses or any wires. And I'm leaving the jack stands on. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna leave it here. I got all of the wire harnesses wrapped in bags so that whenever we do get time to wash it, they won't get all wet and corroded. It is currently 10:10 and I was on my way to town to get my Friday lunch early so that I can be back, but I met Dan on the way and he said that it'll be probably 11:30 or 12 o'clock before we can start because the bushes are still saturated with dew and they were not too long dug, so it's gonna be a while before we can get started. But I'm still gonna go ahead and get my Friday lunch. Yep, told you guys last Friday all the cotton was gonna be gone, and it is gone. We got all the bales over there. It has all been harvested, you guys. They don't play around. They do not play around. It picks it good too. There's not much left out there. More fields. They must have came and got the majority of those already, because I know there's more than 4 with all the land that's around there. Sister Shirley and Brother Michael McDonald, thank you guys for your PayPal donation. I might get 10 subs and 10 cookies today. Alright, we're on our way back to the shop. I noticed over here to the right, there's a giraffe neck, but it has tracks on it. Y'all remember the giraffe neck we saw? It had the big logging tractor tires on it, but they've been cutting along the power lines here. It's pretty swampy over there, so I guess that's why they use one with a track over there instead. Let us see what's going on here at the field. Dan and Danny are both over here, but there's no dust stirring yet. Just dusted off the windows. I hadn't grabbed a bush yet. Let's see what it feels like under there. Oh, there's still some water droplets under there. I guess we'll have to see what... Wait a minute. That's That's still got quite a bit of droplets. I don't know. And it's about 11:40, I think. We'll see. Well, we've been sitting here talking, waiting on the bushes to dry. It is 12:47 now, you guys. And we about to try and make a start. I just thought about it. Let me set my rev limiter back to, what is it? Yep, 1580. That way it won't go above 1580. I know one time I had turned it off and I revved that thing up, and man, whoo, I'm glad I caught it real quick because it was turning way too fast back there. Alrighty, I believe tractor has warmed up enough now. Put it in first gear. Off we go. Now that we got those short rows picked out, Dan is finishing up, we can start in our normal 48 row pattern over here in the longer rows. I guess Dan is gonna dump before he comes and starts in the long rows. I know I won't be able to make it back to the other end before getting full, but I didn't have time to wait on Danny. I was trying to go ahead and get down these first 48. So down here on this field is where the bears were digging up. As you can see, some of the places are bare. It's worse over on that side, but right there, there's a gap. Over here, there's some gaps. And the bushes that they dug up are darker colored because they've been dug up longer than the bushes that Dan dug up. I think you can see the mangled bushes better going this way because we're not facing the sun. Okay, about right here is where I'm gonna have to stop. Danny is already on the way. Somebody's got him a nice load there. I guess the load that he had on the buggy was too much to put on this trailer to top it off, so he's dumping on an empty trailer over there. So I got the inside scoop on why he started dumping on the other trailer. The tarp on that trailer that he's climbing down now is messed up and we can't cover it. So that's why he started loading on that trailer over there. When he dumped on that one for the second time, I was like, wait a minute now, why is he dumping on that one again? But now I know the deal. So we have reached a place in the field where, like you see right there, there was more bare damage, and it don't look quite as bad dug up as it did before it was dug up. I guess because when he dug it up, it sort of strung it out, stretched it out, and make it look like there's not quite as many gaps out here. But wait a minute, I think I see, yeah, I see some I see some bear print right there. I know you can't see them, but they've been out here since he's dug them up. Once again, as we have turned around and the lighting is different, you get a different perspective. But bare field number 2 is the worst. So I guess he's gonna put just enough on that trailer in the middle to where it's not heaped up, because he's already leveled the front and the back. And that way he won't have to worry about trying to get the canvas over it. Alright, you guys, I just dumped my last load here at bare field number 1. And I forgot we got a field up the road that way. A little small field that we got to go knock out before heading to the field where they were cutting trees at. We might not make it to that field today, actually. I guess we'll see. Dan has, there's like 1 round left over there. Then he'll be following along behind me. That trailer's about to be full. Looks like he heaped that up maybe a little higher than he wanted on that one with the messed up tarp. Then this one is still empty. This one right here. There's Dan coming to join us. Alright, you guys, so Dan is making his last pass over there. And we got 1 round left and we'll be done with this field. And off he goes. Now off we go. So as you can see, we made it over to this farm where they were logging at. Danny and Dan are gonna have to depart from us, but I'm gonna keep picking for a little while. And it might get to where I have to move these guys' truck. They gave us permission to do so, so if I can't come all the way out and make my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and move it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to come all the way out, you guys. So I'm gonna have to move the truck. I already got it running, so it's aired up. All right, we got it moved out of the way there. Now I gotta get my load because I ain't gonna be able to make another round. I know y'all haven't seen much dumping today. That's because everywhere I've dumped today, the sun and the dirty windows have created a nasty glare. So I'll check back in. I think what I'm gonna do is probably make 1 more round and then dump again, instead of trying to get 2 of those big baskets on the buggy, because it'll be too much. The basket on the little picker and one of these baskets is a perfect fit for that buggy. Well, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. I made 2 rounds anyway, thinking I was gonna have enough space, but there's not enough space. Couldn't get it all on there. So there's a little on the lip, but that's okay, because I'm gonna come back and pick a little bit more after I dump this anyway. So, go dump it. Danny, with his hard-working self, went ahead and leveled that trailer on the Freightliner there, and probably gonna leave that bad tarp trailer like that. I'm gonna dump this on the front. Uh-oh, looks like he spilled a little at the back. That's okay. But I'm gonna dump this on the front. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video on up, you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed watching on today. You know, I was thinking back on when I was heading to lunch, how I said it was John 10:10. Hey, that's a famous Bible verse there. For the thief comes but for to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. Yeah, meditate on that scripture. And remember that through Christ, you are victorious. The enemy cannot steal your joy, because your joy is predicated upon your relationship with Jesus Christ. If you've enjoyed watching on today, smash that like button for us. Throw a comment in the comment section. Let me know what's on your mind. Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. You guys stay blessed. You guys keep encouraged. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.